Welcome to your first Poomsae lesson. Now, pattern is a very, very critical component in Taekwondo just because you need to master those so that you can level up to your next belt and you can compete. And we have amazing, amazing stuff here for you today. Okay, so let's get started. Now, if you watched all the videos from stances, basic blocks, you can do your pattern. All it takes is just memorization, and I'll make it very easy for you, okay? So repeat after me. Say 태극, good, 일장. So 태극, 일장 means form one or 품새 one. So let's try again. 태극, 일장. I think you did good. Okay, good job. All right, so from here, 차렷, back straight, left foot out, 준비. So I showed you in the video with my right foot because it's probably mirror mode for you. Always remember it's the left foot out, okay? So ready? 준비. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to look serious. You have to look like you want to win, right? You gotta be very focused. Okay, so once you're here, first one is going to be a low block. So I'm going to show you without mirror mode because that's very confusing now. So I'm going to show you in a real motion, so the way that you should be able to do it, okay? We're going to go left first. Your left. My left, your left. Okay. So left hand goes to your shoulder, left foot back just a little bit to the heel of your back foot. And then what you're going to do is you're going to turn this foot 15 degrees. Just remember that 15 degrees pivot with this back foot. And then you're going to pull to your low block and then turn. So this is the very first step that I want you to really focus on. If you can create this power and tension when you do your first motion, that leaves off a wow, that's a really great pattern. And I think he or she is going to be amazing when they do their pattern. So first impression is critical. So check this, one hand spread apart, this hands on the side, back straight, and 1 foot apart. Okay, once you get all that checked, you're gonna step forward. Now, the most important thing is this hand does not come off your waist or your belt until you step down. So this is what I mean. 1, reach forward. 2, when you step down, then you have to punch. That's how you get that extra power. So imagine if I go from here and then I punch, I only get 50%. But if I stay until the last minute, then I get 100%. That's what you want to focus on. Okay, now right hand that you punched with goes to your shoulder, left hand straight, right foot back, but has to go behind the foot so that you have good distance. And then you're gonna turn, and then this foot, don't move it. You're gonna turn first with your body, and then pivot together, and then block. That's how you get that power. And then you're gonna step forward, and then 1, punch. Okay, so this is phase 1. If you need to go back, practice, practice this, and then once you're ready, move on. Okay, so now if you have practiced, you're gonna move to phase 2. So you're gonna stay here. Now left hand goes to your shoulder, right hand straight, bend your knees first, step forward without turning your body to the front with your left foot. This back foot is your right foot. You're gonna pivot really hard, and then you're gonna block, pull, pivot. And then this one, stomp on the ground together. But don't make like a huge stomp. You just want to do it so it wasn't seen. It didn't happen ever. Kind of like a silent stomp, I guess. So let's try again a little bit faster. Left hand goes to your shoulder, right hand bend, left foot, and then 2. So this is long stance. One hand bent apart. Look down. If you see your toes, bend your knee more. Back leg straight. 15-degree pivot, and then relax. Okay, this one, if you're like this, -1. Keep it tucked. Okay, the next one is you're gonna punch. But when you punch from here, use your hip to turn, okay? And then punch. That's how you get that power. If you just punch with your arm, it looks like this. Doesn't look natural. If you use your body to turn into the punch, then it looks really good as well. Okay, from here, right hand, left hand, and then right foot forward. And then from here, you're gonna go a left hand chest block, and then right hand pull back. Okay? Now from here, step forward. When you step down, then you punch. Bend, swing it back, left foot behind your right foot, turn your body first, and then chest block. Now always check your stances. I'm going very slow right now. I want you to follow and just check your stances, okay? Now you're gonna step forward, 1 foot apart, pull, and then punch. Okay, Now, that's phase 3. Okay, was that too much? Phase 1 was going here, 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 right? Phase 2 was here. Phase 3 would be chest block punch, chest block punch. If you think about forms, there's a lot of motions. And then once you think about all of it, it can be overwhelming sometimes once you get into higher patterns. So you always want to think about phases. Okay, phase 1, if you complete it and master that, go to phase 2. You master that, go to phase 3. So taking off from phase 3. So we're here. Right hand goes to your shoulder, left hand a little bit lower, and then bend your knees. Don't move your upper body. Just step like this. Your weight should be more on the back leg right now. So right foot forward. And you're going to pivot, stomp a little bit, block, and then pull together and make that long stance. Remember, one hand spread apart, look down and see your toes, bend your knee more, back leg straight, and then hand pull back. Okay, and then from here, use your hip to punch, pull harder, and then punch. Don't do this, range of motion. Now, this is phase 4. Once you complete phase 4, then continue the video, okay? So phase 5, left hand goes down to your belt, right hand goes up. We're gonna do a high block. This leg goes forward. Watch this leg. 1. When you step down for here, this one, pivot together as you block. Because high block is a very hard block to create power. You have to use your hip by pivoting, kind of like this. That's how you do your fast, powerful high block. So this is phase 5. So after you do that low block punch, this is phase 5 from high block. Now, from here, you're going to set into your semi-guarding stance. Your right hand's going to go lower, left hand's going to go on top, elbows down, pivot, and you're going to do a front kick, okay? Back straight, don't lean forward or back. And then just front kick. And then from here, after you do that kick, hold. Right hand goes to your belt, left hand forward. This should be parallel to the ground. Okay, so don't like go up too high, don't go down too low. Parallel to the ground. Don't keep it straight either. Bend, and then your shoulder turn towards your punching hand because you need that extra power. Now my foot is pivot 90 degrees on the bottom, right? When I step down, I have to pivot forward this way so that I can create that good walking stance. I know this is a lot of detail, but I want you to bear with me because if you know all these details right now, and then once you practice form 2, 3, it's gonna be so much easier. Trust me. Okay, so we're in this position, right? Turn, relax, step down at the same time, pivot, pull, punch, just like this. Now, that part was a lot of detail. Go back, repeat this, rewind it, practice so that you can do it, and then move on. Okay, so phase 5, half, practice. Okay, now once you practice, let's continue the video. So right hand goes down to your belt, left hand goes up here, right foot behind, and goes behind the left foot, okay? Now here, you gotta use your hip to really, really get that twist. Elbow, I want you to strike it up kind of like this motion, and then this one, pivot really fast, okay? But if your head is here, you can't use this weight. Keep the weight here. Okay, and then just pivot really fast, and then do a high block. Now from here, it's the same thing. When you do your high block, set, left hand down this time because you're kicking the left leg, and the elbows down, kick really high, and then make sure pivot 90 degrees. Now, which hand should be on the belt? Yes, left hand because you kicked the left leg, and then right hand straight forward, parallel to the ground, twist your body. You gotta feel this tension in the body here. When you step down, pivot and punch at the same time, like this. And always check your stance because after you kick, it tends to be a lot closer, or some people further. So always check your stance if it's 1 foot apart for a walking stance. So after you practice phase 5, phase 6 is the last one. We have 2 more motions left. Now phase 5, I always say this is the tricky part because it feels very unnatural. Okay, so left hand that you punched with and left leg is forward, right? Left hand goes to your shoulder, right hand straight down, bend your knees. You gotta go to the back now. Left leg goes this way, left leg, okay? A lot of people want to go right leg because it feels natural. Don't go right leg. Left leg. Left leg goes this way and long stance. Now freeze. Of course, you got to watch the video though. Look at me. Okay, so when you're here, when you're in this position, watch my right leg. My right leg. So my left leg's going to go forward, but my right leg is going to stop. And then once I step down, then I'm going to pivot. But please, don't focus on pivoting too much because what happens if you focus pivoting too much is this. You over pivot and your foot kind of goes that way. No, no, no. Really bad. Don't focus on pivoting. Just focus on stomping your heel down to the ground as much as possible, and that will give you a 15-degree pivot naturally. Okay, so you're here, 1, 2, 3, left leg, left hand, goes this way. Keep that stomp down, and then do a low block. So it should be in good stance, right? Now from here, all you're gonna do is just step forward and then punch. So I'll show you back view, I guess. So you're gonna step forward and punch, and then every time when you do a punch in Taekwondo, at the end of your pattern, you have to yell, "Oh yeah," which is called kiap. Kiap is energy. Oh yeah, bring out your confidence, right? So I'll show you again. So we're low block, and I'll show you this way as I go forward. So you're gonna go this way, right? But I'm gonna show you this way so that you can see. So you're gonna go forward, 1, lift it up to the center of your body, your solar plex, and then 2, and then 3. And once you step down with this leg, you're gonna pull and punch together. Now, common mistake, a lot of people want to punch so hard that they move forward like this with their body. You see my body was tilted. Don't do that. Keep your head back, maybe 2 centimeters back when you're stepping forward. But don't make it so noticeable that you're going like that. Don't do that. Make sure it's here, nice and relaxed, and 2. That way you can keep your upper body super straight, nice and tall. Common mistake though, they pre-pivot into their step for the last one. Watch the front foot. I don't know if you did this. You might have done this. So don't do this and step forward. -1, okay? Make sure you stay. And then just imagine drilling the heel back instead of pivoting because you'll over pivot. Okay, so that is Taeguk 일장, form 1. Whoo, I know. That was a lot of information. Wow. Okay. However, if you are able to do form 1 with all this information and really, really well, if you master form 1, form 2 is easy. It's pretty much the same thing. Form 3 is easy. Form 4 is where it gets harder, but that's in the later stage. So form 1, practice this until you make it perfect. Okay, we'll see you in the next one.